is St. Paul 91 here at Hydro Class Gaming, and I've been trying this list for some time now. It's not a very easy list to do. This isn't the type of game where you would have a list like this, power rankings. My thought for it was to just get a base of how this game is. These heroes, just like one-on-one fights for these heroes. No cards, anything like that to change. Just base stats. So, it's like a level 5 versus level 5. I wanted to, think about this list I've been doing. Putting all my time together. I think I have about 200 to 300 games online total. I think I'm a level 28, so I've been playing for a little while. Not a whole lot, but I've been playing since a couple months back. You had to pay for it back then. Now it's free though, so there should be a whole lot of people playing this game right now. If not, the lobbies should be. They should have better search lobbies. A little while ago it was kind of tough, but yeah. This list is more or less my opinion. Like I said, who I see in the lobbies the most, these guys are going to be in my top. And the heroes that just really stand out to me in combat, like those who perform, like just things that I see that give them a tick of an advantage, like a hair of an advantage over the competition, because there's no real overpowered or like an underpowered hero in this game. Like everyone is very solid. They're doing a great job of keeping everyone solid. It used to be kind of unbalanced in the beginning. The Rangers really owned this game. Sparrow, Murdoch, these guys really owned this game. But they've balanced this game out very well, and it's getting better every update. So I really wanted to try to do this list, simple power ranking, and we're gonna give this a try. Okay. For 18, I put Howlitzer. I put Howlitzer down there because I don't feel he's gonna be very strong one-on-one situations. He can keep the enemy at bay, but he's not gonna put a whole lot of fear in the enemy. His abilities are very subpar. He has a bomb placement that I barely use, very useless. His ultimate is okay, it's solid. He can get him out of tough jams. But the enemies, if they seriously see it coming a mile away, they just get out the way. So Howlitzer at 18. 17, I have Grim X. Grim X, I wanted him to be better. When I saw him released, I thought he was going to be a really fun, cool hero. He's actually very slow. He's very slow movement-wise, and he doesn't do the best amount of damage. Even he has a passive. Every couple of hits, his damage is higher. And it's not the most useful. Ultimate is very good. Much like Murdoch, he can shoot from long distances. Just make sure nothing's in the way. Stop. At 16, I have Richter. Crowds with his AEO abilities. He shocks the ground around him. His specials are decent, but they don't stand out big time in my book, especially if he misses them. They're not very effective. At 15, I have Severog. Severog, I've seen, if you know how to use him, he's a very scary hero to fight. He can destroy minions very quickly. He can stun you if you're accurate enough. His ultimate is decent, just a strong hit, but it moves the enemy. It's so-so. 14, I have Gadget. Gadget has great abilities if she's with her teammates, with the crowd. She can speed up her allies and slow down her enemies while doing damage at the same time. And she also possesses one of the coolest ults, just a giant death bubble. Very cool ults, but she's very weak one-on-one after her spells. At 13, I have Decker. Personally, one of my favorite heroes, but I had to put her there because she's not very strong up close. If enemies can move quick around her or surprise her, she's in big trouble. she relies very heavily on her stun abilities and slowing down. Also for her allies to come in and help out. She's a great support, but yeah, one-on-one, she's very beatable. Number 12, I have Muriel. A support hero that can travel very quickly, teleports even when the ult is active, but this hero has no heal. She can give you slight shields. I like that kill right there. She can give you shield, but yeah, she's not give you, just kind of odd to me, and I think they should change that. At 11, I have Steel. Steel is a fun hero to play with. He was actually the first hero I picked up after the last big update, and I noticed a big change. He's fun to play with. He's got a lot of health to play around. You don't have to pussyfoot with him. He's got a lot of defense, so he can do it. He's a tank fighter, but he's not that great jungle, so he's really stuck to a lane. Like I said, once his specials are used or over with, he can become very vulnerable. Not vulnerable, but he's not a big threat after you use that ultimate. He's just a big, he'll take hits. Number 10, I have Scorch, because this hero can control the battlefield probably the best. Yeah, it annoys the hell out of you. It annoys the hell out of the enemies. Like they really have to watch out for those turrets or any gasoline, spills or anything like that. Because if Iggy catches you in the right, if Iggy sets up the right conditions, a kill box is what I'm trying to say. A kill box, it's over. Too much damage all at once, and it's Iggy's profession. If you're good at that, you're gonna dominate. Very hard hero to contend with. Iggy is. Yeah, one-on-one or with the minions or just heroes altogether, it doesn't matter. I really respect Iggy when I see him in the battlefield. 9 Twin Blast. I had to put him here. The Rangers are still, up there, top dogs. Fast hitting, hard hitting. The passive is a very solid passive. I believe it either makes him quicker or it does a little bit more damage, but it's a solid passive. The ultimate is his payoff, but once the ultimate's out of the way, he's really just going to rely on that damage. Very simple hero. Number 8, I have Grux. Grux is one of my favorites. All-around hero. He's strong, he's quick, he can hit jungles, he can push lanes, he can play defense, he can scare the hell out of the enemies. He turns that ult on. But he does need to be up close to enemies. Ranged heroes can get it's kind of hard for him to continue to contend. But he is very solid. He's up there. If you see a good Grux, either follow him or get out the way. Number 7, I'll put Gideon. Too much debate. Me and CJ77 talked about this one. And he felt Gideon did a lot of damage from a distance. I agreed with that. Without the cards, he does do a whole lot of damage. Higher levels, he's not as dependable, but his ult is very useful in a trap. His teleport, he can throw a little teleport. Very useful in any conditions if he's taking too much damage. And he can slow the enemy if he wants to pursue. Gideon can do a whole lot. He has a lot to play with. So Gideon is stuff. He's high up there. He can contend. At 6, I have Murdoch. Murdoch used to be number 1, hands down. His damage was outrageous. You didn't want to fight him. You wanted to stay the hell away from him. But they slowed him down a lot. His movement speed, all of this thing. They take away, the fast travel. So he really has to sit there and fight. He can. But I've noticed that if you can get the jump on him, he has a hard time recovering. It's probably his biggest downfall. But comes to that ultimate and that critical damage, yeah, he's top dog. Kalari, very sneaky, invisible. jumping, slashing, difficult hero to use, difficult hero to fight. I played with a couple Calaris. I don't see a whole lot of them, but when I do, I know these guys, they usually know what they're doing. And they're very scary to fight, because before you know it, they'll just come out of nowhere and kill you. And if you think you have one, you think you can kill it, you're most likely gonna jump away, or they're gonna visual, or a combination of the two. Very frustrating hero. But like I said, if you're skilled with any of these heroes, you can be very good at this game. This game is built very good like that, you know. But man, if you're really skilled with Kalari, just count up those kills. Yeah, she just racks them up. Same thing with our number 4. I have Sparrow for that damage, that passive damage, man. As soon as you turn that passive on, and if you're landing your hits with Sparrow, you're a fun time. She's very fun to use. She builds up damage for each hit. Very strong hero. I put her over Murdoch in the sense because of that ultimate she possesses and that passive. She can really hurt opposing teams and heroes. Very tough. It's a very tough list. This upper 10 characters. But I feel Sparrow, once she gets to that critical damage point, she's nearly impossible to take out. She's very good. Like I said, you don't even have to be the best with her, neither. She just has to land her hits. Number 3, Rampage. Rampage has been up there for a while. I have noticed over the past couple of months he has changed a lot, much like everyone else in this game, the game as a whole. He's not as strong as he used to be. This guy used to be invincible. Now he has to turn on that ult to be invincible. But in a one-on-one situation with just about any of these heroes, him turning on that ult, it's game over. He's just too strong. He absorbs health. He regains it almost instantly. He does big time health. He can even stun you if he wants to. Or if you have a Rampage that plays in the jungle, Rampage can play in the jungle better than any of the other tanks. Grimex is up there, but Rampage is a great jungle hero. Number 1 and number 2. This whole list is hard to do. It's probably dog shit for all we really know. But I feel from what I've been playing for the past couple months, the main heroes I've been seeing, those that really perform, those that stand out to me, really helped me put this list together. But number 2 and number 1 was very hard. Number 2, I have Fangmouth. This guy is a professional, man. He can duke it out in any situation. Great fighting abilities. Yeah, his defense surprises you too. He can hang. You have him. He'll gain a shield and he'll rip you apart. I've seen Fangmouth just do amazing things. He's got loads of potential. He can play multiple ways. I had to put him at number 2 because number 1 is our boy Chimera, who we've been watching this whole game. And just look at him go. Chimera is a beast. He is a fan favorite right now for a reason. He is usually always going number 1 in the draft boards. If he's not, he's bound to be on both teams somewhere. It doesn't matter. He can regen health. He's got the coolest passive opinion. His ultimate is solid. He can do it all.